Excuse me, Newt, can I just ask you a couple quick questions?
Right.
Okay. Do you know Colonel Bob Bowman? He was the head of Star Wars program under Reagan administration.
Okay.
Also, two-star General Albert Stubblebine, who was head of Army Intelligence. There's actually over 100 senior military people now that have come out and said that 9/11 was an inside job. Can I get your comment?
They're insane.
They're all of these high-level military officials. I actually had a conversation with Colonel Bowman, and actually the former Deputy Attorney General of the state of Pennsylvania, Philip Berg, I actually had a conversation with him too.
Anybody who believes that 9/11 was not an enemy attack is insane.
Really? Okay. Can you also explain your participation at the Bohemian Grove, sir?
I'm not there, I'm here.
Okay.
Today, to paraphrase Lincoln, in a great war against an evil enemy. That evil enemy, if they win, would not allow a single woman to be in this room. Last week in Afghanistan, the Taliban ambushed and killed young girls who were walking to school because they're trying to terrify girls into not getting an education. In Pakistan, a 12-year-old boy was videotaped sawing the head of a man off his head. There are people around the world tonight trying to kill us. When the British picked up 8 terrorists 2 weeks ago, 6 of them were medical doctors. Well-educated, with good jobs, actually ironically working for the British National Health Service, being paid by the British people. And if you start having doctors decide to oppose you, you better start planning for biological attacks. Someday, somewhere in Washington, somebody's going to have the courage to get up and say, you know, this is a real war. When we pick up 6 terrorists in New Jersey, 3 of whom have been here for 23 years illegally. In the last 6 years, they had been charged 75 times by the police for including drug possession and drug paraphernalia, and in 75 charges, they had never been told they were illegal. And so I would say to all of you, I am not at all happy with many of the decisions made in Iraq. I publicly began complaining in December of 2003. I advised on the campaign starting in the summer of 2002. I think it has been a mess. I think it is getting better rapidly. But I'll close with this thought, because I think this is very chilling. This is my takeaway from the all-night session. If tomorrow morning General Petraeus announced the collapse of Al-Qaeda and the establishment of peace in Iraq, at least a third of the U.S. Senate would be deeply disappointed. Now, there is something psychologically profoundly wrong when we have political leaders who have more invested emotionally in the defeat of America than in the defeat of our enemies. And we had better have a serious national conversation before we have a biological or nuclear attack, and people are then as shocked as they were at 9/11. I wasn't shocked. I warned about nuclear weapons in 1984 in a book called Window of Opportunity. I helped create the Hart-Rudman Commission. We reported in March of 2001 that the greatest single threat to the U.S. is a weapon of mass destruction going off in an American city, probably from a terrorist. I've been at this a long time. And I'm frankly more than a little saddened and disheartened to see the level of dishonesty in our news media and the level of cowardice in our political leadership. And sooner or later, we will have no choice, because the people who hate us are clear. This is not about Israel. This is not about the U.S. being in Iraq. They're very clear about this. They intend to impose their dictatorship on us to make us lead their way of life. And there's nobody in America who has a greater interest in this than the women of America, and we should learn to say this with great clarity. If you intend to keep driving a car, having your own bank account, having a job, appearing in public without a mail, not having your face covered, then you better hope our team wins and their team loses, because it's that simple. Thank you. Good luck.